So hey, you everybody know me for sure. I wanna show you today some tactics in openings in some positions. For the start, we begin with the Alpine counter gambit. I will show you our trick here. So it starts with d4, d5, c4, e5, d takes e5, d4. Yes, and now I want to tell you the old mistake is move e3. After e3, we play bishop d4, after bishop d2. Now we can just take here, just imagine what happens if he will take the bishop. Yeah, of course, if he will take now with the pawn here, then the structure is destroyed. Then our position is nice. Yeah, but bishop b4 is basically not better because it's just losing. But to win, you have to find correct moves. It's okay. The first is clear. We have to take here. If he will take, then of course we will just take the queen. It's clear. Okay, the question is what after king e2? If he will play king e2, okay, it would be nice to check here on g4, right? But if we check now, then he will play knight f3 and now we have nothing. So we have to eliminate this knight. But how? If we play just usual, like promoting the queen, then he can take, and this is actually not enough. Okay, maybe we have better structure, but he has bishop pair. This endgame is, I'm not sure. His position is unclear, but we have to win. So what to do? Okay, in this case we have to take, but now it's important to promote taking the knight. Now, if he will take with the rook, then we can play bishop. Now the knight can help. So, and if he will go somewhere, then we have already 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3. I think now we will just win after queen h4. If g3, then queen e4. Now with double attack, and now that will be easy, right? Okay, so here basically instead of e3, there is necessary to play knight f3, g3, bishop g2. That's better. Okay, now we go to the other position. Yeah, it's the first. What do we see? Our opponent is white to move, and our opponent has material advantage, exchange, and 2 pawns. Yeah, it seems to be lost, and also our queen is hanging, our king is weak. Yeah, but if we know some tactical motives, we can even win this one. Okay, the first move is not difficult, in my opinion. Yeah, everybody will do that, looking for some chance for rescue. It's the check on f7 here. Of course, black can take because it will be just checkmate here, right? But the question is what after king g8? After king g8, yeah, here we have only one good move. It's knight h6. Now it's a double check. So he can't cover. He must go somewhere on h8 in this case. Yeah, and now the most important move in this position is queen g8. Yeah. Okay, I know this kind of mate. I just remember it, so I do it automatically. But for some beginners, it might be a problem to find it. Okay, so he has to take now, and now knight f7 with checkmate. So yeah, like I said, the starting position looked hopeless, but this position is winning for us. Just look what happened. Okay, now I go to the second one. The second one, Yeah, here is black to move. And the question is if black can take the knight on d4 in this position. The answer is no. If he will take the knight here, then we can use the pin. So we go like bishop c3. Okay, now black king can't move here to eliminate the pin, because we take yeah, anywhere, if here or here, doesn't matter, we just take the rook, and this endgame is draw actually. Okay, the question might be, what if black won't move the king? If we'll wait, for example, rook d7, yeah. To rescue, we have to be patient. So we can't take immediately like in checkers, because then he will just take, and now if the opponent has a rook, we will get mated, it's clear. We have to go like bishop b2, for example, and black can't eliminate the pin. It's still the same problem for black, so if you will move the rook somewhere, we wait. If we can go somewhere, we wait. If we go somewhere, we just wait. And this way we can make a draw if we play with white. Okay, I go back to the starting position. Like I said, it's not possible to take the knight. A good move would be, for example, king d5 with idea rook e8 check, attacking the bishop, for example. So black also has to be patient to win. Okay, I go to the next one. It's this position, white has to move. Yeah, the position is actually winning, but just look at one thing. Here is the queen, here is the rook. So we would like to do double attack with the knight, right? But in this position it's not possible, because if we will go here, our opponent can also do double attack, queen e5. So now the rook is hanging, the knight is hanging, and if we will take the rook, then we are bad luck. It's bad luck for us that he will take here with the check. So it doesn't seem to be possible actually. In this position, if we go here, also doesn't really help this move knight b5, you know, it is exploiting the pin, because we play just king b8, and here there's no check, the knight is controlling, queen can't really help, and here's still the same problem. The rook is hanging, knight is hanging, so here the only move is knight c3 here. Yes, but now black is getting activity. So, for example, can play queen d4. We have to play king f2. King takes, king c7. The rook will go out. We have some weaknesses. Okay, it's now black has some drawing chances. In my opinion, here it will be easier to play, for example, c6 to create next weaknesses, just to attack a king. If you will play b6, then here might be a problem. We can prepare now this double attack, knight c7, for example, playing queen d3, for example, a5, and now we can play knight c7, knight b5 check. Then later we can just push the pawns. Now it will be not problem here with the king, because the queen is controlling everything. Also we can use fantasy. We can take here and then check. Oh, yeah. Now I saw even knight c7 immediately might work. So okay, now we are ready. Queen a5, but here just take, and okay, it's also winning. So yeah, even here we have many ways to win. Yeah, but just prepare. I mean here c6. That was important move. Okay, I go to the next one. Here the fourth position. Yeah, it's white to move. Basically, the C, F pawns are drawing pawns like their H and A pawns. But in this position, we have to be careful. How can we win this position? Okay, the first candidate move might be here King d3, but actually that will be a patzer. After this, again, the same thing like in Albin contra gambit. So we have no double attacks and like surprise. Here I see different ways to win, but of course not King d3. Here I was looking here at King c3. If he will promote the queen, now we play King d3. We wanna mate here, and if the queen will move somewhere, we have also these two squares d2 and c2. For example, if the queen will move on this diagonal, then it's knight in one here. If queen will move on this diagonal, it's made into either like this or like this. Yeah, so this is one winning way. The other winning way might be to wait a little bit. For example, to pin first. If he goes here, then we can check like this, queen d3, to save the pawn. He has to go here. And now we go here. After king b1, now we can take, checkmate, everything. Yeah, now I will show you the next opening trap. It's in Sicilian allopin. So white plays e4, c5, now c3, d6, this line, knight f3, knight f6. Usually I get this position with black after knight f3, d6, c3 and knight f6 because I play knight off usually with black, and in this position I play rather knight f6. Okay, let's go to this position. Yeah, now it's possible to play queen c2 with idea d4 quickly, but after queen c7 this position is actually good for black because after d4 now we have to take with the knight because of the pin here, and actually it's not so good. If we have to take with the knight, we can't create strong center, and actually now the pawn on c3 stays bad because the knight can't move here. It will be better if the pawn will be on c2 or on c4, then so we could play knight c3. c4 would be the best because there we have also space advantage. Yeah, but here it's not possible anymore. Actually, the main move in this line is bishop e2, and here black can take pawn on e4 because of check, double attack. So here black has to play something like knight c6 or knight c6, or eventually, g6, of course not g5, or g6, and then bishop g7. Let's focus on this move, knight c6. After knight c6, white plays d4, and now black can take on e4 again because of d5. Now the knight is attacked, and after this, again the same. Theory says here take here, knight take. Now we can already take, because if white will play d5, then we can give check, so we protect this square. In case of knight c3, we take here, and now we have to play something like knight e5. If you will take here, then either we take here, or we take here, and then we take here. This is actually theory with pawn sacrifice. It's something like this. This, and castle. White sacrificing anything, but you see, there is no development. That's the problem for black actually. Okay, but the point is only not take here, because after bishop d2 we will lose the knight if we play with black. Okay, so now I go to the next opening, very interesting opening, also Sicilian, Sveshnikov line. e4, c5, knight f3, c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, e5, knight d5, d6, and now bishop g5, the main line, a6, knight a3, b5. Okay, very popular move is knight d5 now, but the old theory says bishop takes f6, g takes f6, knight d5. Now actually f5. And now c3 is the main move, and black should play bishop g7 now. Actually, I will show you what happens if black will take here. After this, bishop takes b5, a takes b5, knight takes b5. Now I wanna mate, like here, knight c7. For example, if we will play rook a5, knight c7, this, and now we have queen g4, which finishes. There is one line here after f5. Bishop takes b5 is also here possible. This. Now the best is rook a4. Knight c7, king d7. In this position, there is the difference. Now rook a4 is not possible because we already moved c3. Also, it's not possible to play rook a7 because the queen can come out like queen a4 and take the knight. After queen d7, we have this check, so it's over. Okay, now c3. Yeah, of course, here the usual idea in Sveshnikov is knight e7, but now it's not possible because of checkmate. So, of course, bishop g7, takes f5, bishop takes f5, knight c2, castle, knight ce3, bishop e6, rook d3, bishop d3, f5, and there are two moves. Castle, the most common move actually, and queen h5. Let's focus on castle. It's what I want to show here. Yeah, I have already mentioned move knight e7, and now it's still not possible to play knight e7. We need some preparation, like rook a7 and then knight e7. I will tell you why. Because if we play knight e7 now, there is some tactics again. If we take, and now we have bishop takes f5. Why? If we will take, he takes. Now we have queen d5 check with double attack. So here we are winning. And yeah, and the theory says here rook a7, a4. Now we can play knight e7, we can sacrifice the pawn. He takes, we take, and now d5. We sacrifice the pawn, but we have strong center here. And this position is actually normal. Okay, now I will go to last position. This position looks really simple. Everybody would say, no, okay, not everybody. So the first four it's deadly draw. Yeah, but sometimes we have to use the fantasy, and then we can win. And then here, white is actually winning after one special move, attention, long castle. Now, here is check, king is attacking the rook, there is no rescue, so yeah, black is just losing immediately. Okay, then that will be all for this lecture. Thank you for your attention. See you later.